Pierre Poilievre used you for photo ops to pretend he's a friend to working people.
Welcome back to Moose on the Loose. My name's David. In today's top stories, we've got Justin Trudeau going on a rant, specifically against Pierre Poilievre, but also telling Canadians what he thinks of us. First up, we got Captain Schmuck here. He decided to shoot a promo video at a chocolate shop. Posted by Justin Trudeau's ego, it says, "I flew my enormous jet to Halifax to meet with the owner of a chocolate shop." Now, Justin Trudeau was at the convention that all the Liberals went to in Halifax, burning our money, having a convention, a retreat on discussing affordability. Ironic they'd be wasting so much money doing that. What we got here is Tariq Haddad, who has been a, as it says here, Liberal donor for years, who owns this chocolate shop.
Today, we are very excited to welcome a very special guest to Peace by Chocolate.
What the next winner? I picked a full response.
What is this embrace here? Like, guys, get a room.
Winner. I picked a full response. Always do.
This is so hokey. So we gotta turn that music off. It's probably copyright, but look at this. Just so, oh, here he goes. He goes for the taste. Oh, it's the best ever. Come on, this is so cheesy. So this guy posted, oh dear, with some screenshots here. We've got Peace by Chocolate, $200,000, $75,000. Acquire automated equipment to increase production, blah, blah, organization, Atlantic Canada Opportunities Agency. We go, there's 4 of these. Another 200,000, 75,000. So it looks very much like the government is helping supply money to this company to build their business. I'm not too sure. That's what this looks like here to me. Another 15,000, another 15,000. Organization here, Innovation, Science, and Economic Development Canada. These all seem like government organizations. His chocolate sucks. It's overpriced and frankly tastes like wax. Justin Trudeau getting support from Khalistanis, Islamists, etc., but not getting support from Native Canadians. Yeah, no kidding. Jumping ahead, we've got this one here. So we've got basically got First Nation leaders demand the end to federal, provincial taxation of their people. They don't want to pay tax anymore. Okay. We've got Captain Schmuck here, and as Ryan Garrettson points out, this is the most infuriating and insane 1 minute you will watch today. This is really true. Justin Trudeau talks about our tax dollars and how he thinks he's spending them. Buckle up.
Do all this because we've been responsible with taxpayer dollars, delivering the lowest deficit amongst advanced industrialized nations and the lowest net government debt in the G7. These programs can be cut, protections unraveled, and progress undone. I don't need to remind you of the Harper years. You know that those were dark days. You know that we can't afford to go back. Unfortunately, that's what Pierre Poilievre's Conservatives are proposing. Pierre Poilievre used you for photo ops to pretend he's a friend to working people. But the truth is, he's a phony. He thinks you're all suckers. Above all, he's scared of you. Like every Conservative before him, he's scared of what workers can accomplish when they organize. He's scared because when workers organize, they demand better. They push to make government work for working people. But most importantly, he's scared of you because he thrives on chaos, on despair, on division.
Trudeau is projecting hard here. This is all what he's afraid of. Trudeau thrives on despair and chaos. Wow, there's just too much to unpack there. First off, he thinks he's spending our money well. I mean, just McKinsey right off the bat, 200 million, just flushed out the door to his buddies who got a Rive scam, another 50 million. I mean, you could stack this stuff up one after the other, $1 billion eco-green slush fund. But saying Pierre Poilievre is afraid of us? That's hilarious. This guy's afraid of us. He's scared. He's absolutely scared.
The Harper years. You know that those were dark days.
This is so dumb because everything was better when Harper was in power. Quite literally everything. This guy is just so out to lunch. He thinks we'll believe this bullcrap. Oh God, this is a good knee slapper, this one.
Pierre Poilievre used you for photo ops to pretend he's a friend to working people.
This guy is the king of photo ops. Does he actually understand what he's saying here? Oh my God. Trudeau, I swear he's just about to break out into his thespian routine that he did when he, like, was it 2015? I found the thespian speech, at least this short clip.
The question is not, why does Justin Trudeau suddenly not love his country? Because the question is ridiculous. I live this country in my bones every breath I take, and I'm not going to stand here and defend that I actually do love Canada, because we know I love Canada.
It's so stupid. This actor. So let's take a look at the comments here. He is not well. He needs serious mental health. I'm not reading that. Trudeau prefers gaslighting to real honest speech. Yeah, no kidding. One of the most awful people ever. Total projection and complete lack of reality. Narcissistic behavior by the book. Like these comments. These are the nice ones. There's a bunch I can't read in here. This useless idiot is demonstrating his delusional mind. I'm convinced that his cheese has slipped off his cracker. After watching that delusional clip of Justin Trudeau, we've got the voice of reason here. Now, this is a little bit interesting because this is Stephen Harper at the WF, and he calls him out while sitting in the chair. They didn't expect this.
At this ritzy ski resort town, the world's most prestigious economic gathering, the Prime Minister was asked to take center stage to trumpet his new initiative, urging rich nations to tackle appalling mortality rates among women and children in the third world.
It is real hunger, real suffering, real people dying.
It was all going so well for Harper until the panel discussions with other world leaders, where he slammed the door on deep carbon emission cuts.
It is very difficult to significantly lower emissions growth.
Warning of massive job losses and claiming the world doesn't yet have the technology to significantly cut emissions.
They cannot be simply reduced by declaring a target and saying it will be met just by sort of power of will, because that isn't going to happen.
That could be seen as a fairly direct critique of the European approach to climate change.
The Spanish Prime Minister sharply disagreed with Harper, arguing it takes political will. He wasn't alone.
On the climate change, we need to solve the problem so that we don't all perish. The cost of doing nothing now will be much higher than take actions today.
Back in Ottawa, the Liberal leader was quick to pounce.
It makes me embarrassed as a Canadian that a Prime Minister would get up and once again say, look, I'm sorry, we can't do anything.
Harper knew. He knew back then he wasn't afraid to call these schmucks out. This aged like fine wine. The cost of doing something has proven to be catastrophic, and the WF strategy has had less than zero impact on climate. Harper was right again. Harper was right. Trudeau's been wrong every year for a decade. We've got an absolute bizarre clip here. Says if you live in Brampton and a speculator's turning your neighbor's single home into student housing for 20. No hard hats, no fencing, no permits posted, nothing. Welcome to 2024. So you'll see a lot of construction here is clearly not up to code.
It's 8 p.m. The machines just went off. My kids cannot sleep. This is a construction site, so they're allowed to do whatever they want. My house is next door. Hi. Sorry, I have to record this. This is not fair. This is what I have to live with. Wonderful.
Yeah, somehow I think there's going to be some fines posted for that. Build back better. That's that Liberal slogan. 2 levels down. Third world stuff here. I hope you contacted local building department and they will issue a stop work order. Meanwhile, some white dude will get fined for building a shed. No kidding. The people coming in need to be educated before they're allowed to come in. They should have to pass a test, a very thorough test, where they can name off a whole bunch of basic questions about our country. If they don't know these rules, they shouldn't be allowed in. It's just the same if I were to move over to the Philippines and I just started chopping down trees. And if I was chopping down mangosteen trees, which take 40 years to grow before they produce fruit, and I believe they have some of the most amount of mangosteen trees in the world, you don't want those cut down. So what if I just went there and started chopping those trees down because I didn't know any of the rules? You know, it's the same thing. I would have to be educated about the country and what trees I couldn't chop down, how their street rules work, how their roads, how their recycling program, how their whatever works. The basic laws, the basic customs, there's no dropping hot Carls on the sidewalk, I use the toilet, like things like that. Jumping over to my group, let's check out what memes we've got today. Kenyan phone company is doing bad after Canadian taxpayers bought millions in shares. Oh, this is the Cpac holdings of Nairobi. Lost 24 million last year. This is not good. This is the Liberal government invested in this. Like, just stupid decisions. Got my own post here if you want to check out this video on my second channel. City councillor here just absolutely goes ballistic on Trudeau for 7 minutes. It's pretty epic. We got this Kevin Falcon Rustad outline plan to defeat the BC NDP. So Kevin Falcon, the BC United, they have dissolved their party and are helping the BC Conservatives now in British Columbia here. So didn't see this coming. It was only like a month or two ago when Kevin Falcon was kind of slinging some rough words towards John Rustad, and now they're joining up. It looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. According to Facebook fact checkers, it is in fact a squirrel. Yeah, no kidding. Say their names of the 11 MPs who accepted election money. Yeah, we don't know who the traitors are. They just swept that under the rug. They're like, yeah, like how can these people still be in our government? Hey, lady, eyes up here, sheesh. He's wearing a Pierre Poilievre shirt. There you have it. We're getting quite a few clips coming out of that retreat from Halifax. The key question here is, has Justin Trudeau completely lost his mind? I think there's a skunk outside. Ugh. It might have been up to the window too. Boo was just freaking out at the window there. We're in luck, folks. Boo didn't get sprayed by a skunk. Do you guys think Justin Trudeau has completely lost his marbles? It seems he just gets more and more delusional. And with his recent speech there saying the dark times, Stephen Harper, the amount of projecting, how he's talking about Pierre Poilievre, has Justin Trudeau completely lost his mind?